Good evening and welcome to the National Arena in Bucharest ahead of England versus Ukraine as the European Championships move into the knockout rounds. Now, England, of course, were runners-up in Group D behind Croatia. Meanwhile, Ukraine were runners-up in Group C behind the Netherlands. We can now cross down live pitch side for a word with England manager Aussie Villain. And Aussie, can we have the team news? Yeah, look, mate, a few changes from the Czech game. Alexander-Arnold comes back in at right back for Reece James. And we've had to freshen things up a little bit. So Luke Shaw and Phil Foden come in at the expense of Chilwell and Grealish. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Euro 2020. We are at England, of course, about to face Ukraine in the first knockout round, and this is big. It really, really is. I thought we'd have a quick look at the group stage and how it sort of played out overall. You can see the first knockout round there. We'll have a look at that in just a second. But if we go to all groups, we can see that we can see all the groups here. Wales missed out from group. Look at that unlucky goal difference. Missed out on Group A. France, Russia and Finland got eliminated from Group B. North Macedonia got eliminated from Group C. You can see Ukraine, who we're playing, actually finished joint top with the Holland side, but one goal difference was the difference there. We can see our group. It was the Czech Republic, obviously, that missed out. Getting behind my head here, probably, but Spain and Poland went through at the expense of Slovakia and Sweden, with the group of death, Germany, France, and Portugal all getting through at the expense of Hungary, and I don't think that shocks anybody, does it? It should be interesting to play as Hungary and seeing if you can get out of that group. Hungary, to be fair, did well to get a point, a 2-2 against Portugal, who drew all three games. So that is that. The first knockout round, you can see Portugal went through on penalties against Italy, Belgium in extra time against France, Scotland shocked the world and beat Holland in their game. We can see that Croatia comfortably beat Austria. Denmark has gone through against Poland as well. And we can see the other ties that are still to come. Of course, the main focus being our game against the Ukraine. So let's go and have a look and see what we're doing here in this one. And as I said in the intro there, we have had to make a couple of changes. You can see Chilwell and Grealish, they're not fit for 90 minutes. So we're going to freshen things up, and it's a risk, but I think it's going to be worthwhile doing. So Pickford's going to go in goal for us. It'll be Luke Shaw coming in to play left back, Mings, Maguire, and Alexander-Arnold coming back in for this one. It's Ward-Prowse and Henderson in midfield. Sterling, Foden as the number 10 in that Jack Grealish role. He should be able to do it and do it well. Sancho will continue. He'll have his spot out there on the left. And Kane, we're just going to play him as an advanced forward. He's had a terrible tournament so far. And for someone who is almost certainly our best player, yeah, that's slightly problematic. But anyway, let's get out there. All right, so we can see the team sheets there. Shevchenko, is he their manager in real life? That kind of sounds familiar now that I see that, but I didn't necessarily know that. They have some dangerous players, don't they? They're not a bad team by any stretch of the imagination. What do we want to say to this? Just relax, boys. Just go out there and do your thing. Yeah, I mean, let's just get out there. And here we go, National Anthem's playing. It's obviously a bit of a risk. We just found a team that worked with Grealish in there. But I'm kind of hoping that we're good. And I mean, Foden's a great footballer. I mean, let's not beat around the bush. Here we go, Luke Shaw, the other man that's come in. His shot is blocked. Ward-Prowse with a chance now to get forward. What's he got for us? He loses out. That's not ideal. Can we go and win this back, please? What we don't want to do is fall behind here in the second minute, and we're in big danger of doing that. Mings, can you hold him out there? Ball back to the edge of the area. Ward-Prowse, cross goes in. It's headed. Oh, it's missed, and we're 1-0 down, and it's Shinchenko, whoever you say that, the Manchester City player, and we are indeed 1-0 down early on here, and that is the last thing that we needed. We just never quite recovered. Mings Maguire misses his header. I'm not quite sure where Alexander-Arnold's going there. And we'll put that down as a bit of a nightmare start and hope that we can bounce back here. We've got another throw. Let's try this again, but not give it away this time. Alexander-Arnold with the throw. Foden back to Trent. Cross in. It's a good one. It's Sterling, and Sterling ties it up nice and quickly. 8 minutes in, and it's 1-1. Wonderful stuff. A good low hard cross there, and Sterling at the near post, made no mistake. Alexander-Arnold making up perhaps for a minor error in the goal. Goalkeeper was disappointed to be beaten at the near post like that, but Sterling's got the goal, and it is 1-1. Let's give him some encouragement. And here we go again. Shaw for Sancho. Sancho blocked away. Shaw, ball in. It's everybody. Sterling's in again. Sterling does it again, and it's 2-0, and we're 14 minutes in. It was a nightmare start, but we have bounced back from that nightmare, and it is 2-1, and we are in front. Sancho blocked away. Shaw with a good cross in. Kane couldn't quite win it, but Sterling, goal side of his defender, and made absolutely no mistake with that. Let's give him some praise. That's been a very, very good response to falling behind, hasn't it? And we've got a throw deeper in our own half this time. Shaw, Ward-Prowse, they're in each other's way. Mings across to Shaw. Has he got Sancho down the line? He goes back to Ward-Prowse. Maybe get it forward a little bit quicker than this, boys. There we go with Mings. Good ball to find Sancho. Can Sancho play in Kane? He's going to go himself. Jadon Sancho! Did it take a deflection? No, he's tried to do the keeper with his eyes. He's done everything right, just tucked at the wrong side of the post. We've got work to do now defending a corner. We get it away. Alexander-Arnold is there to do just that. Henderson, it's cleared away by Mings. But it's still there with the Ukrainians. Go on, Harry, get it back, mate. No, can't quite manage it. On the outside there for Zinchenko. Alexander-Arnold clears it. Sterling pounces. Kane is on the last man. Foden's forward. Sancho's getting it in the back post. Sancho's your man. Sancho's your man. Oh, it's a penalty, is it? He has blown for a foul. We're going to have a look with VAR. Now, of course, the issue here is that if it's not a penalty and Sterling gets booked for diving, we're down to 10 men. But it looked a penalty, didn't it? It was one of those, if Sterling got the ball in, we were queuing up. Kane, Foden and Sancho were all in a position to get a relatively simple tap in. We have got the penalty. Now, is Harry Kane going to take it? No, it's Sterling going for the hat-trick. Come on, Raheem. Sterling, he sticks it away. It's 3-1. Sterling has all three of them. And, well, 29 minutes gone, and suddenly it's looking like a very comfortable day out for England. And, well, is football coming home? Maybe it's not the best penalty. He's hit it hard. 20th goal for Sterling. But it certainly wasn't painting a corner, was it? We've got another chance here. Maguire forward for Alexander-Arnold. For Sterling. Blocked away. Sterling with another chance. Back to Alexander-Arnold. Back for Sterling. Crosses it in. It's cleared away. Can Maguire win that? He can. Towering header from Harry. Gets it forward. Shaw on the overlap. They get it into the back post. Oh, he's gone himself. He's hit the post, but he shouldn't have been so selfish there, should he? But so far, you've got to say, it looks as though it wasn't as much as a gamble as something that had to happen, but not playing Chilwell and Grealish so far has worked out okay, and that's thanks to Sterling, who has a first-half hat-trick, and it's 3-1. We can't get complacent, so don't get complacent, please. We've got some demotivated players in there, but we'll pump our fists. We should be able to get them back, shouldn't we? Actually, Sterling, let's individually talk to you, mate. Outstretched arms. My boy, my boy, my boy. You've been brilliant. He's still demotivated, so never mind that. Let's just go back to... So Shaw and Sterling are demotivated. Sancho's not had a great game. Harry Kane, again, just not doing anything, is he? Let's give him a focus. That's not been my greatest halftime team talk, has it? What we don't want is to get back to 3-2 here, and that I could have scored that. It's exactly what's happened. And it's unlike me to stuff up a halftime team talk, isn't it? That never happens. Foden and Kane they're marking each other. Let's try and demand more. They're looking uninspired and nervous. Shaw's got a knock. What's he done to himself? A tight hamstring. Alright, so what we could look to do is... Let's go in here. Let me think. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to bring John Stones on to play centre-back, and we're going to move Mings over to left-back. We are still in front, even though it is just one goal. He should be a very good defensive left-back for us, and that way Chilwell, unless we need him, can continue to rest and we can get him back in for the quarterfinal should we get there. Here we go. Mings with a throw for Ward-Prowse. If we could get a fourth goal, that would be nice. Ward-Prowse has done okay there. Crossing down for Kane and Sterling. Oh, it's offside, is it? Kane may have been offside when that cross came in. Sancho is having a nightmare out there. I want to keep Grealish fresh. Let's go with Rashford. Yeah, he just didn't quite get back, did he, in time? That's a shame. Sancho, though, Sancho's had a nightmare. He goes off. We maybe don't need to be attacking. Let's just go back to positive. I don't know what to tell him. Demand more. Apprehensive. Nervous is Ward-Prowse. We're getting towards the end here. 5 minutes plus stoppage. 5 minutes of stoppages, I should say. So what we're going to do is, what can we do? Okay, so we're making 2 changes, I think. No, I already took Sancho off, didn't I? So we do have another change. I don't think we do we? Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm happy with what we got here. So we're taking off Foden. We're bringing Calvin Phillips on. We're dropping Henderson back in to be a more defensively minded midfielder. The fullbacks are being set back to defend. We're ultra defensive, and we're just trying to see this out now and get ourselves into the next round. We can't tell them to focus. It's been not the best, but, oh, it's okay. Just waste time. Corner flag. We don't actually need to do this, boys. We could just keep it at the corner flag, but we're over. We're in the 7th minute of 5. Ball in. It's there. It is there. Is it going to count? No, it's Calvin Phillips, but again, he must be offside, is he? It would have wrapped it up. It's not going to count, but it shouldn't make a difference at this point. The goal is disallowed. For the second time we've had a goal disallowed. But it's looking as though it's going to be a Sterling hat-trick that gets us into the quarterfinals. Yeah, he is offside. Okay, so that's fair enough. And there it is. We've done it. We have done it. And it's Raheem Sterling that has done it more correctly. And Kane and Sancho, again, we didn't look particularly good. That was a bit of a let-off, boys. That wasn't fantastic. So there we go. We still narrow Ukraine win. As I said, it wasn't brilliant. The injury is... Okay, it's going to tell us 3 days, so that's not a problem. Sterling with a hat-trick inspires the win. We get through. Maguire's delighted. England's on course. And wait right there. We'll see who we've got next in the quarterfinals. And there it is. We get a second crack at Scotland in the Euro quarterfinals, sorry. A place in the semi-finals on the line. And this is how the rest of the lineup is. Croatia will play Turkey. Belgium will play Portugal. Denmark will play Germany. Now, if you're looking at what happened in the rest of these games, Germany went through on penalties against Switzerland, but Turkey knocked out Spain on penalties. So, Spain has fallen, France has fallen, Italy has fallen, as has the Netherlands. So... there's a lot of shocks in there, isn't there, of teams? Maybe not individual games, but certainly in terms of teams that are no longer there. If we were to get through, you would imagine we would be looking at something like Croatia, Belgium, and Germany as a semi-final quartet. So it's all to play for, but we can't take the Scots for granted. We only got a 1-1 draw against them when we played them in the group stage, and of course they did beat the Dutch. So they're obviously a very decent side. But that's going to be for next time, guys. A semi-final on the line against Scotland in the quarterfinals. Until then, guys, I've been Aussie Bell, and thank you so much for watching. Take care.